Go put your face on, because it's time to face off. Fun is what she's all about, borderline mischief. What exactly would you say a porcupine prick is? She'll ride the race cars, overdrive shifted. Soldiers die in this, sulfur mine business. When she got dolled up, the Ritz became volatile. Carah had skills, she could have tamed crocodiles. The error of her ways, more than a pocket dial. There was a lesson here, Tupac on trial. Quite hard to reach her, you're better off distant. She was the star, you've got Cheddar Bob wishes. Celebrities and politicians, don't get it twisted. They're all on her hit list, and she'd shoot the witness. Silly boys though, her primary target. They were a joke to her, like Gary Larson. Nonetheless, they'll wind up a buried carcass. You wouldn't have wanted to get Carrie started. All dressed up and ready to play, Faye would often play the deadliest game. Jackie's baby wasn't worth the pettiest change. Penny for the Sean governor, empty the gauge. All dressed up and ready to play, Faye would often play the deadliest game. Jackie's baby wasn't worth the pettiest change. Penny for the Sean governor, empty the gauge. Why all the hate? That was the question. Word on the street was there's massive depression. Lo and behold, she contacted the gremlins. Every attack seemed dramatic and precious. Carah was eager to tear up the Teamsters. This was congruent with permanent leisure, making you feel like you'll burn up with fever. Bow down to her like she's Julius Caesar. To think of the way we could liberate her. First and foremost, we would infiltrate her. Figure out some way to penetrate her. It wouldn't be sexual, that was for sure. Basically, Carah would need all our effort. Like if we would fall, then we'll all fall together. We'll stay together, like salt and pepper. It should have been chess, so why call it checkers? All dressed up and ready to play, Faye would often play the deadliest game. Jackie's baby wasn't worth the pettiest change. Penny for the Sean governor, empty the gauge. All dressed up and ready to play, Faye would often play the deadliest game. Jackie's baby wasn't worth the pettiest change. Penny for the Sean governor, empty the gauge. Thinking of the fly that was distracting me while I was rapping. It's interesting because I always felt like Faye was the fly on the wall, somehow cognizant and aware of my antics, and she'd dress up and play with respect. The commune would feel just like torture and torment. My soul was a package, imported, exported. She laughed and she giggled as tortoise made progress, and Carah enjoyed when the dork got extorted. There was a choice with the fork in the road. Jump around or tear the warts off the toad. The shadow was silver, it forced me below. I stayed in the brig while the corpse would explode. Sugar Plum Valley was mad at my nonsense, thinking that no one would battle the Frog Prince. Faithful would make sure the passage felt blockage, cause all of his projects were hazardous toxins. Dealing with Carah was difficult somewhat, knowing that Paul was an imbecile love-struck. You would think he wanted Interpol called up, cause one thing's for sure, silly boys lack the walnuts. All dressed up and ready to play, Faye would often play the deadliest game. Jackie's baby wasn't worth the pettiest change. Penny for the Sean governor, empty the gauge. All dressed up and ready to play, Faye would often play the deadliest game. Jackie's baby wasn't worth the pettiest change. Penny for the Sean governor, empty the gauge. So Faye, will you be a girl of your word and play with me?